What is going on, guys? It's Aero here, and we are back again today with something a little bit different. As most of you know, I normally do ESDA kind of wrap-ups and like what I've done for qualifying and how did I do, and if I get into battles, that doesn't happen, but if I get into battles, I'll like sum up my battles and what I did right and what I did wrong. So what I decided to do to start getting myself better in ESDA and maybe getting a little bit more seat time and competitive was taking other series. So this is a series that one of my a friend of mine runs. I attend qualified. It's called Street Style Reborn, and the rules are pretty simple. 500 horsepower max, street tires, 265 maximum weight, and everything has to be over 2,000 pounds. I think it's a pretty open series, but still run pretty much the same way as a regular comp is run. You know, you got to qualify and all this kind of stuff. So I just did my qualifying. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make the event, mostly because I have to work. I forgot that the event was this weekend. I'm a bad person, but I mean, money is fun, especially when you're flying halfway across or driving halfway across the continent in a week and a half. So excited! I just came off qualifying real fresh. I'm using an S13. I'm going to probably use this car once because I like it, and I think the paint that I kind of made this. A lot of it's pre-used assets, but I made this logo, which you can download on the storefront right now. I made this paint and I like it, and two, this is a really easy car to drive. Very, very, very easy, almost to the point of where it's quote-unquote overpowered. So I'm probably going to try to be using this S chassis in series that are not ESDA, not because I don't like the Jag, but because I want something that's like very, very easy and simple to drive that I don't have to worry about, so I could just focus on my driving. Like as the Hertrich Eugene Jr. put it, a simple seat time stallion. A car that I don't have to worry about. I can just drive the crap out of it, and it's a little bit less stress for me because this car is just bonkers easy. So it's on street tires, 265s, SR20, 495-ish horsepower. I'm right at the cap. So I did 2 runs, or 3 runs. For first, you get a practice run in this series, so that's what you watched coming up to here, and now here is my first qualifying run. So this is at Monza. It's reverse of the short circuit, so ESDA goes, this is my mouse by the way, hi, ESDA goes like and then this series goes I'll walk you through the section as we go. So let's see if I can go back here. 50 roll starts at this Xbox One sign, so the second of the 3. Come on, car. And then it ends at this white wall here. Enter. So here I entered way too hard, way too soon. So it's your first inner clip right here, and you're going to want to push out wide. So what you see is I realized that I was going to go too far inside. Shallow up really hard. I think I dropped the tire on like the brown part of the rumble strip. If you can see where my tire mark is. Yeah, like I just missed the dirt. Like I think I just missed it. Or even if I got in the dirt, it wasn't anything significant. I'm not sure. Anyway. Big straighten up because I realized that I had a big whoopsie. Also, it's like replay lag. It looks like really twitchy and weird. Threw a little bit too much angle here and drove out way too wide. And then another twitch. It's just a replay. I think this is where my run got saved. Is because I'm stupid. I have to tell you this about the section. So you're gonna want to stay wide here, enter here, and you're gonna want to stay right. So obviously I'm nowhere close. Nick right here, and then your third clip is this rumble strip here. You want to get on it, not touch it. You actually want to run it, which I did. And then this lighting is not what that lighting I had in the lobby. There's like a shadow from this scissor lift, like right here-ish. And you want to get right, that's where your other clip is. You're like right there. So I think that the quality of the second half of my run netted me a 78 there, which is not a bad score. You know, it's a pretty good. It's from the upper echelon. The judging in this series is not as strict as ESDA, so the score is a little bit higher than they would be in ESDA. Like this would probably be like a low 70 run in ESDA, but like it's only one guy. I mean, it's not a really super serious series. We're kind of just having fun, but you do still need to qualify and whatever, and it's still getting people seat time and experience for other series. So, you know, I was like, you know what? There's a lot left on the table here, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to make the event. There is qualifying points, so like I was like, I want to get some points, so I'm just gonna send it. I'm just gonna send it and run 2. And you know, I went for it. And again, we'll go over the run here. I won't have to stop as much because I explained the section to you. Come into the corner. I actually enter right, and I pitched it in really hard. Big angle and nice and smooth. If anything, I come with a little bit too much speed. You can see me try to scrub that off a little bit. I am not as wide as I want to be. I'm within like it's hard to tell, like a 2 feet. So I'm not like a mile off the clip, but or like the preferred line. But kind of a bummer that like I left some points on the table here. The second corner I did pretty well. I think I got a little bit more angle, but second corner I think was pretty well perfect. Transition, I hit that clip just where you're supposed to, and then I pour on the angle a little bit here when I know that I'm not gonna overshoot. Actually, you're allowed to drop 1 tire on the dirt as far as I know, so if you see that line down there, that's completely okay. Decent angle, a little bit of a wiggle on the way out, and then move back a little bit of the way out, and then I could have been a little bit farther right here because you can drop a tire on the dirt here, but I did not do that. That netted me a fucking 91. A 90 fucking 1. I can't even count that high. And again, I was like, how the shit, that's a really high score. But again, this series score is a little bit higher than ESDA does. And secondly, I only made really 2.5 mistakes, and they were minor. I could have got out wider here. You know, maybe a little bit of loss of angle. Could have gone out wider. And then here, second corner I think is just, again, maybe a little bit more angle, but like my line and everything was spot on. And then turn 3, other than being able to run it a little bit wider, it's pretty well pleased with that. At the time of recording, I am 6th place in qualifying. Don't know how many people qualified. Don't know if I'm going to stay in 6th, but hey man, last time I got a 90 in anything qualifying wise, or even a mid 80 and above, was like Forza 4. So I do think it's a bit high of a score, but like all the scores are being a little bit higher than they would be in another series. But I'm more proud that I came in a qualifying scenario. I wasn't nervous. I kind of just came out and I sent it. And you know, I think that this car in this series, I'm going to try to run other series. I know there's a series called eDrift Cup. There's a series called Virtual Scottish Drift Championship. You don't have to be Scottish to enter it. That was my misconception. I'm just going to try to enter as many tournaments and many series as I can that time allots, and just practice actual competition. You can practice a section, you can practice driving, you can tune, but like nothing is really going to help you prepare for the nerves and that kind of stuff. That's something that I learned from more traditional esports, and I think that's the only way I'm going to improve, is just going to be more content for you guys. So also shout out to my design. Again, I didn't paint this. None of these logos are mine. Well, this is just Forza text. And then this is on the storefront now. You can't really see it well in the playback. Hopefully you can see it like in the actual recording of the editing of the video. But I'm very pleased with how this design looks. But thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it. Copyright sucks, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace. What a girl, what a girl needs.